Welcome everyone to our week in Prague. This is a city I would definitely recommend to anyone who wants to see the beauty of Central Europe and experience a medieval atmosphere. It's so true that whenever I think about Prague, I imagine night streets, alchemists, and a bit of magic all mixed together. But during the day, Prague is also full of charming streets, historical buildings, and cozy vibes. We started our trip at the old town square. We arrived just in time to see the famous Astronomical Clock and decided to go up the old town hall tower for a view of the city from above. To enter many of the attractions, we used a Prague pass. I'm not sure if it was worth the money, but if you plan to visit a lot of places in just a few days, it might be worth trying. As you can see, the view was absolutely stunning. I just love the warm colors of the rooftops. Charles Bridge is the most famous and most crowded bridge in Prague, but it's definitely a must-see. It's truly beautiful. Charles Bridge is known for its stunning Gothic architecture, lined with 30 Baroque statues, and its role as a historic medieval trade route connecting Old Town and Leather Town. It offers iconic views of the city and a lovely atmosphere filled with artists, musicians, and centuries-old legends. Later, we visited another highly recommended place, the Spanish Synagogue. A beautiful Moorish revival building, often considered the most stunning synagogue in Europe. Evening Prague has a completely different vibe, and that's the medieval magic I love. People are enjoying drinks and food, music is playing from all around, and the lights highlight the best of the buildings. You can also find tributes to Franz Kafka, the famous Prague-born writer known for his surreal and existential stories. There is even a rotating sculpture of Kafka's head. Our next stop was the Astronomical Tower, part of the Klementinum complex. As someone who's always been obsessed with stars, I absolutely loved it. The tour was short, but super interesting. The real gem was the Klementinum Library, a Baroque-style library that's been on my bucket list forever. It truly feels like a fairy tale. Plus, the tower there offers one of the best panoramic views of Prague, just perfect for photos. One of the most Instagram popular places is Terasa U Prince, but I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly. It's a rooftop restaurant. If you're looking for the best photo spot with Old Town Square in the background, this is it. The next day, we had a photo shoot at the Schönborn Garden, one of the most beautiful gardens in the city. I didn't film much, but I did have the most delicious coffee, with a gingerbread-like flavor. I think it was my little Bridgerton moment. We also explored another garden nearby, with a peaceful lookout point, and passed by the dancing house. It's a modern building which symbolizes the harmony of opposites. During our visit, there was a beer festival happening in Prague, so the riverside was full of people enjoying different kinds of Czech beer. Vyšehrad Castle is a historic fort offering stunning views of the Vltava river and full of legends and old ruins. One of the most beautiful gardens with free entry was Waldstein Garden. Again, I'm not sure if I pronounced it correctly, but I think it was a German word. And it is located right behind the Czech Senate building. After a not-so-easy climb up the castle stairs, we reached Matthias Gate, where we saw a crowd forming. Of course, we joined them, and it turned out to be the changing of the guard. These are the moments when I'm so grateful for my height, I could see everything, even in the crowd. Prague Castle is one of the largest ancient castles in the world and has been the seat of Czech kings, emperors and the presidents for over 1,000 years. It's a stunning complex that includes cathedrals, palaces and gardens. So this is the first time that I'm actually talking to a camera for the video. I guess it's already progress, and we've been to maybe the best Korean cafe here so far. What do you think?
Yeah, it was really delicious. We had a bingsu, which is shaved ice, and it had coffee and Oreo, so a bit of East meets West. And then we ate bungeoppang, which is a traditional fish bread filled with red beans that are sweet. Then we also had a yuzu aid. It was really delicious. Hi guys, my name is Jack, by the way.
After dessert, beer felt like a perfect idea. Prague is famous for its Pilsner Urquell, and there's even a whole museum dedicated to it, called the Original Beer Experience, where you can try different kinds of beer at the end. If a city has a river, you have to take a boat trip. There's nothing like seeing Prague from the water. Since we both love jazz, we ended our day at a jazz club. And yes, we had our second chimney cake in Prague that night too. The next day was probably the craziest of the trip. Hi guys! I guess it's my first time actually talking to a camera, but with this microphone maybe I'll have more motivation to do that. So actually we've explored quite a lot of Prague so far, and in the morning we had a few plans, one of which was to go to the neighbor country, to Germany, to go to Dresden, and after that also visit Leipzig. Then we thought about visiting mountains, and at the end we decided to go to Dresden. So here we are. Some kind of really funny situation happened right now. If you didn't know, I was studying German at university for quite a few years, and after ordering ice cafe, I didn't realize that ice means ice cream. It's not ice, it's ice cream. So it's not ice cafe, it's not called cafe, but it's cafe with ice cream. Happens. I finally got to see the Grand Garden Palace. 2 years ago I walked all the way from Old Town only to find it under reconstruction. Dresden is probably the only city I've ever explored solo for a day, and honestly, I don't really enjoy solo trips. I prefer sharing the experience with someone, talking about it and laughing together. So after a few discussions and a few hours, we ended up being at a parking lot, but in Berlin. What are we doing here at 7:30 p.m? We'll see. We'll see. Even so, it's like 8 p.m. It's so hot. But anyways, let's explore Berlin. Berlin was the first city abroad I ever visited, so it will always have a special place in my heart. Returning there made me reflect on how much I've changed in just 2 years, my thoughts, my perspective, and life in general. This is so true that you can actually understand things from a perspective. For example, when we are children, when we are kids, we remember some places, some things being really big. But then in reality they are not that much big anymore when we grow up. And I think that's the case for me here, because like 2 years ago, when I was in Berlin for the first time, I remember everything being so big, like all the buildings so big. But now when I walk here, it's a bit different. So I guess perspective really works. And it's so funny that whenever I am in a city or somewhere else for the second time, I feel like I'm a local here and I can already lead tours. I'm a huge matcha lover, and we found the best matcha spot, and that's why you can see a lot of cups here. In the evening, we went to a Ukrainian restaurant called Boršč Restaurant, and it was recommended by our photographer. As a Ukrainian myself, I can confirm that everything was absolutely delicious. Okay, so we came to one Ukrainian place in Prague to eat, which was quite recommended by others. And now we will listen to feedback from a person who kind of tried Ukrainian food before, but not much. Okay, so can you please tell me, what did we try today? What did we eat today?
Today we started with kvass and uzvar. They were both very interesting drinks. I really like the authenticity of the kvass here. The uzvar had almost like a whiskey-like smell. It was really good, both of them. And then we ate borscht. The borscht, I tried cooking it myself, but I got some new inspiration here. And then deluni was just, the potatoes were just so chewy. And these vareniki with cherries in them, with smetana on top. The perfect dessert. Also reminds me of my home country of South Korea.
Super, thank you so much. And this advertisement wasn't paid? I didn't know this before, but Prague is also famous for absaus, if I pronounced it correctly, because this word is still really difficult to me. Time really flies on vacation, and for our last dinner we went to CottoCrudo Restaurant and Bar, and the food, especially the pasta, was so good that I forgot to film it before eating, so that's why you can see empty plates now. The view was stunning too, so it was a perfect way to end the trip. Honestly, each trip feels like a new life to me, and that's the most incredible gift of traveling.